everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca and I am so excited. I cannot speak, I'm so excited. Hi, I'm Becca and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about all the houseplant things, and I'm really excited to hang out with you today because we're going to be doing some plant chores, and I want to primarily do these chores outside because it is so nice out there. It's like the perfect day to be working outside. It's been raining and it's like cooled down. I think it's like 65 degrees or something like that, maybe 68. Anyway, the sun's not out, it's really beautiful, and I'm just really happy to be hanging out with you today. Also want to say that this video is sponsored by Fuzzy. We will be talking about them a little bit later. Okay, so I have a list of things that need to get done. Let me quickly read you the list. First of all, you guys know my really big Monstera Deliciosa? This one? Okay, she needs some help. So what I need to do is I need to sort of like rework the pot, because what I've been doing is putting everything in like a central, okay, you know what? I'm actually not gonna get too far into what I'm gonna be doing with it. I'm just gonna tell you, she's getting a makeover today and her pot is also getting a makeover. I'm really excited about that. Next thing we have to do is repot my really big euphorbia. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know I have like a 5.5 foot tall euphorbia. I think it's as tall as me. And I've never repotted it and it really, really needs it. And I did buy a new pot for it. So we're gonna get that done. I need to repot my new Diva plant. I bought a Calathea orbifolia or a Gophertia orbifolia. And I have a rule for myself that I am only allowed to have like one really, really fussy plant at a time. And when the last one dies, I'll just replace it, but not have like a lot of them. I feel like that has helped me just be a lot happier with my plant collection. I've actually been thinking about making a video that is rules I've made for myself as a plant parent. Let me know if you're interested to know what sort of boundaries and like parameters I put myself in as a plant person to help me, like, I don't know, stay productive and also like healthy as a plant person, because I feel like it can very easily turn into like this like spiraling out of obsession. So I have like in my brain put together rules and boundaries so that I don't do that. And I wonder if you would like to know. Let me know. Comment down below if you're interested in that. And then the last thing I need to do is unpack all of the cactus that I hauled in my last, I don't know if it was my last video, but I just did a cactus haul video of all the stuff that I bought in Tucson. And all the cactus is still sitting in boxes. Number one, because there's a lot of it. And number two, because I don't want cactus just like sitting on the floor, and that's really the only place that I have for them, because my dogs will inevitably poke themselves with it, or I will step on it or walk into it, which I've already done. So yeah, we need to get them outside. I have a plan for them and we'll get into that later, but okay, I think that's the to-do list for now. So you guys know that my dogs are literally like the pinnacle of my personality and my entire life. I love them so much, and I always want to make sure that they're being taken care of, which is why I'm so glad to tell you about Fuzzy. Fuzzy is a telehealth service for pet parents that offers 24/7 access to veterinary professionals and all of their knowledge. You can use the live chat services on Fuzzy to talk about long-term problems, short-term problems, questions about your dog's diet, you know, if they're doing something a little bit strange. These vet professionals can definitely help you out and answer your questions and just give you some peace of mind. Sometimes my dogs will like start doing something weird and I'm not exactly sure why. And usually it's nothing, but it's really nice to have that peace of mind from a professional rather than scouring the internet and trying to figure out, you know, what could possibly be happening. A few weeks ago, or I guess like a few months ago, Leo was throwing up a lot. Like before he would eat, he would throw up like yellow foam and stuff. And so I talked with a Fuzzy vet professional to sort of discuss why this might be happening, and she was able to sort of give me some peace of mind and make some suggestions. And also at the end of the conversation, she was able to recommend a product to sort of like give me an action item for something to proactively help Leo. And also it's really nice because when you are recommended a product on Fuzzy, it comes at a discounted rate for Fuzzy members. Something that is also really nice about Fuzzy and has been already very helpful for me personally, because I'm going out of town this weekend to Miami, as I think I've already mentioned. We're actually going to be boarding them with someone on Rover, and they wanted to make sure that the dogs were all good on their shots. And so Fuzzy has this feature where you can have your vet send over their medical records. So, and it's all on the app. Let me show you what it looks like. So you go over to their pet profile, which looks like this, and then you click on medical records, And then in this tab, I have his medical records from the vet and then also a vaccination certificate. You can see just a list of vaccinations and also their due dates. And it's really nice because I can just like share this PDF out of the Fuzzy app and send it to whoever needs to have it. So it's super convenient for that as well. Fuzzy is offering my followers a 7-day free trial. If you want to check them out, you can go to yourfuzzy.com/Becca. That is yourfuzzy/BECCA to activate your 7-day free trial. Thank you so much to Fuzzy for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it. Hello and welcome to my potting bench. Oh, there's literally a frog just sitting here. What are you doing, bud? I think it's drinking water that's like gathered. Oh, I know what you were doing. You were sitting underneath this pot. Why were you under the pot? Okay, I'll put this back for you, I guess. I don't want to poke you though. I'm so sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry. I totally ruined your house. I feel so guilty. Can I just put this right back over you? Or will you not like that? I'm a monster. Can I just be honest about something real quick? Having big plants is like really fun because they're so beautiful and you know, you're so proud of them. But it is actually so inconvenient and annoying to have big plants because like they get to a point where you can't really water them in the sink. It's really hard to water them in the shower. And so you can really only bring them outside to water, or unless you water in place, which I don't suggest. I understand now why people get rid of plants because they got too big. I never understood that concept because I was like, why wouldn't you want just like a massive plant? That doesn't make any sense to me, but now I get it. I really do. That being said, we're doing some large plant care today. This is my massive Monstera. You can't even see it, but basically what I've done is I've always just had my big plants growing up a central point, and I don't think I like that with this plant because I've seen other people have theirs growing like a wall kind of, and I like that much more. So I'm going to attempt to replicate a sort of wall growth. I first need to remove all of the ties I have on it. And I have so many like random ties. Like this is a piece of ribbon from like a PR box. So I don't even know, but, and I also have like a piece of canvas. I think at this point I couldn't, like when I did this, I couldn't find my, I couldn't find my plant tarps or plant Velcro or something. So I was just using whatever I could. I just need to fix this plant up and I really don't want this to snap. I feel like this is gonna try to snap on me. Here. Okay, you know what? I can't take that risk. I'm just gonna tie it up again briefly while I go get that trellis. In addition to the plant getting a makeover, I want to see if I can spray paint this pot terracotta color. I don't know how exactly that's gonna go because I'm not going to unpot the plant to do it. I'm probably just gonna put like paper in the way so that it doesn't get on like the plant matter. This pot is so big, but it is actually the size of pot that this plant needs, and actually it might be a little small. So that's another negative of having really big plants, is the pots have to be really big too. And I could just separate this out and have it be multiple plants, but then I would have 2 Monstera deliciosa, and like I don't need that necessarily. Like I much prefer having plants just potted together so that they're bigger. Anyway, so I figured I did make a canvas cover for this, but it's a little bit too big and I think it would be just so annoying to have to fix all of that. So I'm going to spray paint it in hopes that that makes it look like a little bit more blended in with the rest of my plant room, so that if I don't want to use the canvas cover, I don't have to. But right now I feel like I have to use the canvas cover, or else this just like looks so weird and like out of place in the rest of my plant room. So okay, enough chat. I'm gonna go get the trellis. The spray paint that I bought is Satin Cinnamon from Rust-Oleum. This is the trellis that I have. I'm just gonna shove this in. Okay, what direction do I want it all to face? I think it's naturally pointing like maybe like this. So actually there's technically 3 plants in this pot, which is insane. I guess that really makes a lot of sense here, why this is so wild. But I already feel like this looks so much better just by like spreading it out. So this centerpiece is definitely the biggest. Okay, I guess I still don't know where my plant tape is, or my plant Velcro. So we're just gonna use the ribbon again. Until I find it. But what I'm doing is I'm just lumping together each individual like piece of plant and then like tying it close together. And then what I'm gonna do is just tie it to a piece of the trellis because it has 1 on the side, 2 in the middle, and then 1 on the other side. So this middle plant, which happens to be the biggest piece, thankfully is gonna have 2 pieces of plant or 2 pieces of wood to adhere it to. So that'll be really nice for it. And then these 2 smaller outer pieces will only have 1, which is fine because they don't really need like a ton of support in that way. I think that's all done for the restructuring of the plant. I think that makes it look so much better. Like now it looks more like a wall of Monstera rather than like a bundle altogether. So there is that. And a really important part of this process is also going to be training the plant and like training the leaves to all face one direction. So what I'm gonna do is face the plant towards a window and not like in the window. Like put it further away from the window but just have it looking out into the window. Does that make sense? Because Monstera are one of those plants, or Monstera deliciosa is one of those plants that will move its leaves to be facing the sun. But yeah, so if I face it towards the window, all of the leaves will start facing the window. So if you have plants that do that, it's really fun to have all the leaves face one direction. I personally really like it. But if you don't like it, you can just rotate the plant and it'll have like a nice like rounded look where all of the leaves are facing different directions. So, okay, now we need to spray paint this pot. So I'm going to prepare the area for painting. Okay, we've got our next task, and that is to repot this euphorbia. This is, I'm really scared. I had to lay it on its side because it's starting to lean over and it does not want to stand up straight. So I'm really scared it's gonna like roll off. And if it rolled off, it would break and it would be a disaster. So I have to do this really quick. So I'm using the Tank's Green Stuff Cactus Mix. I have to be so careful. I think what I'm gonna do is just like try to lift out of the pot. But I like need squeegee, I don't know. I need something to like carve out the sides of the pot because this plant has been in here for so long. There are roots coming out the top, I can see. And you know what? Most of the soil that it's in is sand, which sand is my least favorite addition to cactus soil. I just think that it's super silly. Wow, okay, rocks at the bottom and sand. That's what we're working with here. Yeah, I just really don't like sand. I find it really heavy and I just don't think it's a very good not alternative. I just don't think it's a very good addition to soil. So you'll never see me put sand in anything. And literally this is entirely potted in sand. Oh, how is this plant okay? Welcome to your new home. Beautiful baby. Okay. Oh shoot, I need scissors. I am a mess and there's a slug in here. Things are a mess. I need 2 people really bad. I'm gonna put this on the ground and lean it against the table while I go get scissors. If you're at all thankful for me repotting you, you won't fall. Okay. Okay, I guess she was thankful. Okay. Oh shoot, I need to get a bamboo stake, like a thicker one to put in here because the one that was in it before was not thick enough. Got it. Now all there's left to do is backfill. The repotting is finished. We only had one small casualty of just a piece of an arm, so I'd say that was a pretty successful venture. And I'm just going to tie some jute to help support this because she is definitely a fall factor. I don't know if it's so bad anymore now that it's in like a much heavier pot, but the pot that it was in before was a lot lighter than the actual plant itself, so it was like always threatening to tip over and it was very stressful. So I think that this will be a much better situation for everybody involved. Okay, the last thing we're going to do together today is repot this orbifolia, and it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I actually looked at the tag to see who the grower is because I suspected it was Costa Farms, but this is from Proven Winners, which is interesting because it's very big for, I don't know, I didn't know that Proven Winners did houseplants, so that's pretty cool. This is my old Diva plant, and she's died. I think that I could probably salvage like a few of the pieces, but I'm done. I want to be done, so we're gonna toss it. This is a pot that was gifted to me, and every time I show it I get a lot of questions. I think it was from like a home goods type of store, and I have broken it before and I repaired it, if you can see where I fixed it. I'm so happy that I did that rather than like throw it away or be done with it, because I actually forgot that I broke it until I had to start like looking at the plant when I realized that I killed it. I just completely forgot that it had the crack in it. I'm just using straight up De La Tanks. Oh my gosh, these roots are really nice. I'm just gonna like scoot some of that in here. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep that happy. And then I'm just gonna remove a little bit more. I don't wanna disturb too much, but I'm gonna mix all of that in. And actually, this is kind of a tall plant. I don't know, this pot might not be the best for it. Now that I'm looking at this, it might be a little too tall. All done. That was pretty quick. What do we think? I think it looks cute. All right, I'm gonna go bring it inside now. You guys, I want to give you a big thank you for watching this video and hanging out with me. Of course, I had a blast. It's always nice to do plant chores in the company of others. It's kind of hard to do our own individual houseplant chores like physically together. I don't know if that would even be possible. Like imagine transporting your plants to your friend's house to be repotted. I don't think I'd want to do that. That's a lot of work. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this video, and thank you so much to Fuzzy for sponsoring this video. Definitely go check them out. I have really loved my experience with them. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.